The research shows at least 40 new international schools have joined the market, and that's in less than 2 years. Many worry that this is growing too fast. I am more optimistic because I believe in the market, if we're allowed to operate in a relatively free market, which with the assistance actually of, particularly the initiatives under Pemandu, it has become much easier to operate in a much less heavily regulated and restricted market. All these people who are setting up these international schools, it's a bit like what happened 20, 30 years ago in the tertiary sector, where people were setting up colleges all over the place, and there was a blossoming of them, over 400. But many didn't do very well, and they were basically taken over by the bigger, more successful ones. I believe this will happen also with the international schools. And so it doesn't mean that allowing them to grow so fast or even encourage them to grow so fast is a bad thing. I think there'll be a rationalization, and there'll be a lot of competition which will be based not just on price, but particularly on quality. But there are many other areas like the trust schools in Johor Bahru and around Kuching, the pilot schemes there with Yayasan Amir, which are showing a lot of success. But I think that could go even further than that, and that groups, clusters of government schools could be contracted out, subcontracted, the management of those schools to private sector providers. I'd encourage the government to continue on the path it has already started in involving the private sector much more in education, of encouraging the development of private schools, international schools and Malaysian private schools. The biggest growth is not going to be in the premier section, but in the new emerging middle class, and the huge demands from the middle class here and throughout the region, I see it, for good private education, but much more affordable.